100.7 WMMS.
That trip to Vegas for you in about 10 minutes, 10 minutes, 5 o'clock. Our iHeartRadio Music Festival is about a month away, exactly 1 month away. It's the Black Keys, it's Pat Benatar, it's Marcus Mumford, and many, many, many more out of the T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas. If you want to go, there are only 3 chances every single day for you to do it. You can win with Rover, you can win with Dan Stansbury around 1 o'clock, and I have a trip for you at 5 o'clock. So that is coming in a few minutes here. We throw in $1,000, by the way, to kind of pad your wallet a little bit. Guardians are playing the Padres as we speak. It's real barn burner. 1-0 Cleveland in the bottom of the third. They beat the Padres. Padres are a very good team right now. They beat them last night. And listen, at 1-0, they are on track to beat them again, quite frankly. And then they'll go all the way up the coast. I think they're driving as a team, is my understanding, in an old VW bus.
All of them? Like clowns?
A caravan of classic VW buses. All the way up to Seattle to play the Mariners. That's a 4-game stretch that starts tomorrow afternoon. I think one of those is a rescheduled rainout game. So they're going to play them tomorrow, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. That's what your Guardians look like. Before the break, we were talking about it's been a bit of an odd, sad week for Cleveland sports fans that go way back to the days, right? Len Dawson dies. Jim Mueller died. Kenny Lofton, who has been on this show.
He didn't die, did he?
No, he
Okay.
did. Well, he might wish that he had.
Oh. Uh-oh.
Kenny Lofton's in some trouble. Kenny Lofton was with the Indians 3 separate times, if memory serves. He's on the Alan Cox Show blacklist. I don't even know if he's got a triple-digit number. Kenny Lofton got in early. We had him on the White Sox for a cup of coffee. I think he played 1 season for us a couple of decades back. He's being accused of sexual misconduct by an ex-employee. So he had a woman whose job it was part of her job was overseeing his social media. And a guy, so he exposed a female employee to explicit pictures of his body that he sent to women on Instagram. So he didn't send his D pic. Mind you, Kenny Lofton's like my age, right? He's older, but not much. Nobody in their 50s should be sending D pics. I don't care if you're a former professional athlete. Do you remain a professional athlete even when you're retired? I mean, you were an active professional athlete, but you'll always be a professional athlete. You know, like they still call you Mr. President even when you're not serving.
You're a retired athlete.
But he's a professional. I mean, he was a retired pro athlete. I don't know.
So, former employee at an investment firm that he co-owns. There was a guy who says that he was fired in June, and the company refused to pay his salary after he reported that a female employee told him that she saw Kenny Lofton's dong. A guy named Brandon Toney. By the way, just a quick aside, Brandon is spelled Brandyn.
Yeah,
Stop doing it.
It's a guy. I mean,
Stop it.
you do you, boo, but I mean, you know.
It's not his fault. It's his parents.
I guarantee
2
2 parents didn't name their son Brandon with a Y.
They absolutely did.
Nevertheless.
It's not 2 parents. That's a mom's decision.
He said that a female with the company reported to the company's attorney that she had seen Kenny Lofton's D pics in private messages to women. So he didn't send them to her, but it was part of her job to oversee his social media. She monitored his Instagram as part of her work. The dude just reported what she told him, and they fired him the next day. And he thinks it was part of a guy who was making about $85,000 a year, and they think that this is part of a payback. He said he worked grueling hours for these companies. He said he took the job because he idolized Kenny Lofton. Always a good idea to take a job because you idolize the guy at the top. Nothing wrong with that. I remember getting hired for an internship because I was the only person who wasn't slobbering all over the host. They go, everybody comes in here and like wants to sniff his armpits. And I go, yeah, I don't, I'm just looking for an internship.
I didn't know you and Cody applied for the same job.
We did. And we both spent a lot of time sniffing each other's armpits.
Is he even back there? I haven't heard him talk in like 3 segments.
I believe that he is.
He's been rehearsing for the Poundcake, the Poundcake sports break.
Sports break is this afternoon, about a half an hour. Are you rehearsing right now?
Cody?
Have we not had him on?
I don't know. I have him up.
I feel like he's been quiet for the last couple segments, hasn't he?
I have him up.
He's not paying attention. I got him on video right now. He's just typing along. Not really.
Is he on the phone?
No, he's talking, but we don't hear him. Okay?
He's not talking right now.
He was.
Okay, now he's talking.
Are you trying to talk and we don't hear you?
Chewing on something.
He's chewing on something. Hold on. Here's what I'll do. I'm going to unpair you, Poundcake.
We're
I'm going to repair you. Okay?
Wait, what's going on?
There he is.
Well, just as I unpair.
Yeah.
Do I hear you now?
Well,
Nope. Hold on.
Now he's unpaired.
This son of a bitch. Is he just not paying? What's going on? Hello?
Do you hear me? What's going on?
I hear you now. We were talking to you, and we could see you talking. We couldn't hear you.
I'm on the phone.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I was on the phone. I'm getting.
Oh, all right.
Yeah, hang on 1 second. There's.
No, yeah, go ahead. Do your thing.
Do your
It's
job.
okay. I don't see any lines ringing, but okay, that's fine. Oh, he's putting someone on hold.
Ah.
Anyway, Kenny Lofton has got to deal with this situation now.
I mean, this is a weird one. I don't think
it's weird, but I think the wiggle room here is that he didn't send this woman. If it's part of her job to oversee his social media, I would think you'd go, yeah, there might be something like that in there. I don't know. This seems like it would be a real.
He's not showing it to her. That's like
right.
I don't know how much she needs to go into the DMs, but also I love that he's just. It's like I'm Kenny Lofton.
He's just sending him
Right.
out there.
Here's
I
the
mean,
D.
what like any dudes? This is hardly the worst situation a professional athlete's found himself in.
Yeah.
But the lawyer, I don't know if the lawyer is suing, or not the lawyer, the male employee. There's a female employee. The dude told the same attorney with the company that the woman did that she told him about. He said he was fired 2 hours after he sent the email to their corporate attorney. So that's happening for people who remember Kenny Lofton with the Cleveland Indians. Hey, Jill.
Hey, Alan. Hate the show.
What's going on, Jill?
Well, I was just telling Poundcake that back in the day when AOL first started, the big thing was chat rooms. You could get in these chat rooms. And I had this guy in a chat room telling me he played for the Indians and he wanted to get me and my girlfriends into a game. He'd leave us tickets. And so we were going to exchange pictures. And back then you had to email them and it would take forever for them to download. And so I'm sitting there and I'm waiting and I see Kenny Lofton's face and then I see the locker room.
Yeah.
Oh, yes. I see the locker room behind him and there he is in his birthday suit holding a white towel and smiling as big as he could smile. So back in the 90s.
And you're sure it
Kenny
wasn't?
was
And you're sure it wasn't a bat?
No, that was a big bat.
Yeah.
It's like that bat was a completely different color than the rest of him, so it probably wasn't a Louisville Slugger.
Jill, did you meet up with him?
I did not. I was so freaked out that it really was him and that he sent that kind of picture because it wasn't so common back then.
No,
Right.
it wasn't.
And were
I'm
you
impressed with his use of technology.
were
back
you
then.
of age?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
I was
okay.
a mom and yeah.
Oh, you were a mom.
Absolutely.
You're a mom in a chat room.
Well, I wasn't in the chat rooms to pick up anybody.
Gotcha.
It was
You just did, though.
just
Now, did you
She
send him a
did.
picture back?
No, I did not send him a picture.
Awful.
And he kept emailing me wanting to know if I had pictures of me and my friends. And
Right.
Yeah, and I
It's
just
quid
kept
pro
ignoring him.
quo, Jill.
Was it nice? Was it
I,
big?
I showed you my bat. Please respond.
I know. I
Yeah.
know. No, it was a home run for sure.
Yeah. Boobs. But you didn't send him anything. He just
That's
had
so rude.
you
No.
stumbled upon. Well, again, about Poundcake. She was a mom. She's not looking to,
She shouldn't have been in there. If she said that she was exchanging emails with the intent to send nudes, like
No,
come on.
no. We weren't. I wasn't intending to send any nude. I just wanted to get tickets to a game because it was when they were really hot.
Okay,
And
now
he
you're
and
after my
he, and
own
he
heart.
sent her a picture of what the price of admission was going to be. She
Yeah.
goes, "Hey, how much?" And he sent her
Absolutely.
a photo from the waist down. Right.
8 inches.
8 inches is what. Yeah.
That's what it costs.
Well,
How much?
At least.
$8. No.
Make sure you choke up.
Right. All right. Well,
It was a
make sure
baby's
that
arm holding an apple.
make sure that you hide that screen grab in a file that doesn't say anything compromising. Okay, Jill?
I know. Isn't that awful? But I thought I couldn't believe I was hearing this story because he was doing it back in the 90s.
Wow.
He's a pioneer.
I
He really
know.
was. He was. And did you have to wait
He
for it
was.
to picture to buffer? Was it what you had to?
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
Yeah.
It started out like from the top of his head and kept, you kept seeing a little bit more.
I see.
And I'm like, oh, that's really Kenny Lofton. And then it was like, oh, that's really Kenny Lofton.
He had his jersey on, and then he was just Donald Ducking it around the locker room. Right. Wow.
Winnie the Poohing it, yeah.
Winnie the Poohing it. Okay, thank you, Jill. Thank you for your service. And
When you get something like that, do you keep it forever, or do you do the cool thing? It's just like, oh, whatever. It's
I'm
just-
not getting a punitive vibe from Jill there. She sounds like she was just in the wrong place at the right time, maybe. But I mean, he played for a lot of teams. Played for the Indians 3 separate seasons. We had him on the White Sox. I think he played for the Dodgers. I don't know if he played for the D-backs, but he played for a lot of, and he's on our blacklist. And frankly, after Jill's story, I'd like to make him number 1. He's all-time stolen base leaders. Kenny Lofton's one of those guys.
He's amazing.
He's from outside Chicago. He got practice running a lot where he's from. What?
Was Bill looking at my mouth moving? Is that why you thought I was like trying to talk to you?
Yeah, we just
Yeah.
and but when with all the stuff that's going on technically here, we thought maybe we had lost you, but
No, that's how I answer the phones now. I turn my mic off and then I answer the phones, and so you won't ever. I don't have a headset or
Yeah.
a phone anymore, so yeah, it's
Gotcha.
gonna be real weird for a while.
Let me do this trip. It's a trip for you to Las Vegas for our iHeartRadio Music Festival. It's exactly 1 month from today. You and a friend will put you up, fly out the whole bit, get you tickets for the shebang, and we'll throw you $1,000. So listen closely and good luck.
Hey, it's Rover. Time for your shot at $1,000 and a VIP trip to Vegas for our iHeartRadio Music Festival. Text the nationwide keyword LUCKY to 200-200. You'll get a text confirming entry plus iHeartRadio info, standard data, and message rates apply in this nationwide contest. That's LUCKY to 200-200. And good luck from Buzzard Radio.
Speaking of D-pics, Tommy Lee posted one out. And again, it's a matter of public record what Tommy Lee is packing if you've been with him long enough.
Yeah,
Tommy
it's nothing
Lee,
new.
no,
That's like standard issue first D pick that people see.
that's right. He's OGD. And Tommy Lee is still a skinny dude. He's like pushing 60, this guy. But he said, and we were just talking about this too, he said that he had posted that full frontal pic when he was on a bender a couple of weeks ago. They had 2 weeks off the tour, and he went on a huge bender, which says to me that this Brittany Ferlin thing is not going well for him. He married this girl, Brittany Ferlin. You know, she got real big on Vine, and she's like 25 years younger than him, and she's kind of cute.
Oh, she's pretty.
She did some funny videos back in the day, but she ain't in the picture. And if he's getting hammered and posting his D, that's not a good sign. That can't be good.
Or it's going great. It's
But-
so perfect.
There's no comment from her.
Right.
She wasn't like, oh, I was so happy to see that. That's very exciting.
And he was, from what I've read, he was sober for 4 years and then
Oh,
went the other way. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
always
He
sad.
Tommy Lee kind of cleaned up, and then I think he obviously it's all speculation on anybody's part but his, but I think he was a guy who was like, this ain't all it's cracked up to be. Like,
Being sober?
I tried to be a good guy for the people in my life, but then like I don't think he's got a great relationship with his older kids, and so they're team Pam Anderson. So I think they were being dicks to him, and I don't know how far back the lack of sobriety goes, but this Brittany Ferland thing, I think,
Yeah.
you know, he had himself a hot young wife or girlfriend, now wife, and he was like, let's party.
His older son tried to fight him. His older son, I think, played on like The Hills or something like that. He was on like the revamp show.
Yeah.
So they don't get along, I don't think.
I was drinking. This is what he said. He was on like a break, hanging out by the pool, and he said, I was drinking 2 gallons, not pints, not quarts, but gallons, the big handles a day. That's effing crazy.
How did he not?
Gallons
Tommy
of
Lee,
booze.
Tommy Lee doesn't get the respect he deserves for being in that Keith Richards, Ozzy Osbourne tier of rock star.
Yeah.
Because Vince Neil, all those other guys have cleaned up. Mick Mars has like some degenerative bone disease, right? The guy's just like a house of cards waiting to crumble. So he's not doing anything like that. Nikki Sixx famously overdosed decades ago and died for a short period of time, and then he cleaned up. Vince Neil clearly swapped the needle for the fridge. He's doing his own thing.
Ozzy's
right?
clean, isn't he?
Ozzy is now, but that's because he's got, I mean, he has been
But
for a
he's
long
It's
time.
gone-
Parkinson's or something.
Parkinson's.
Right?
But
Yeah.
Ozzy
But he's
has
gone
been
back
clean.
and forth.
Yeah, Ozzy's been clean for, but what I'm saying is,
Keith Richards?
what
No.
I'm saying is these are guys who abused their bodies
Yeah.
and still live. Like they've literally, people have studied, these guys are just genetically different. And I think people forget Tommy Lee should probably be in that category. He's almost 60. He's still skinny. He has put heroic amounts of everything into his body,
Yeah.
and he's still out there doing it.
It makes me sad, man.
Yeah, it's a bummer.
Why?
Because sobriety's friggin' hard. If you've got, like, to deal
But
with.
he's living how he wants to live.
I don't think so.
Alexa,
You don't drink 2 gallons a day because you're happy.
No, you don't drink 2
No one
days.
does.
He does.
No one drinks 2 gallons
Every
of
picture-
booze a day because
every-
everything's going swell.
This guy's packing a hog. He's
What are you
got a
running
20.
from? If
Running
life is
from
so
what?
great, if life is so great, why do you have to be hammered all the time?
He loves getting hammered
I
and
don't
having
think so.
fun.
Yeah, but
I don't think so.
that's beyond hammer.
That's
That's-
so much.
that's
I don't
so
consume
drunk.
2 gallons of any liquid in a day, let
He
alone booze.
said, first of all, I guarantee you he's exaggerating. Second of all,
What?
he didn't
A rock
say
star exaggerating?
he didn't say that he did it every day. He said there was a stretch where he was doing it. You can't keep that. I mean, you would kill yourself if you did that every single day. Find me a picture of Tommy Lee where he's not grinning ear to ear, this guy. He's loving life.
Dude, when I was hammer pants, drunk mirror was always happy. I'm smiling, and then you're not. Then you're crying. Then you're sleeping somewhere, and then I don't think people do not drink like that because they're happy. I don't buy it. You don't use or drink to that capacity if everything's going great. We're not talking having a few drinks and I had a weird weekend.
I'll defer to you on that. All I'm saying is Tommy Lee is still alive, looking good, playing well. This dude was playing with 4 broken ribs. Maybe that's why he's drinking 3 handles of
probably
whatever.
all
it
he
is.
Yeah,
has,
trying to-
though.
Yeah, he was playing the drums on tour with broken ribs.
These rock stars, I'm not one of them, so I can't speak for them, but I feel
Wait,
like
what? You're not?
You're my rock star, Poundcake. That's how I think of you.
Aw, did you hear that? Come smell him.
Yeah, come smell me. Go ahead.
I just feel like they feel like music is all they have. That's the one thing that people, that's what got them famous. That's what people use them for. That is their one thing that will keep them afloat. So no matter what happens, at least I can still play. So no matter, take out my ribs, if my arm breaks, whatever, I'm going to still play this because this is all I have left. This is what makes me stand out and makes me unique. So I think the music is the only thing that has stayed consistent in Tommy Lee's life. Wives have come
Fine.
and
That's
gone,
what.
kids
What's the
have
matter
come
with?
and
That's what pays the bills. What
Yeah.
else has to stay consistent?
But that doesn't
They're
mean
one of the
you're
biggest-
happy. That's just all that's all he has.
Yeah, I'm sure he looks real sad.
Hey,
Alan, money doesn't bring happiness, bro. I know
Let me do
you're a
let
millionaire,
me do
but-
my own research on that.
Okay.
To quote Nick Griffin. No, listen. There are plenty of people who are exactly as you described them in that situation. I'm just saying, Tommy Lee, I think, is having a better time than some other people. Now he may find himself sober again. He may go, I was running from some things, but this guy's still out there doing it.
But I think what it really comes down to is he's had such high highs in the past, and he probably misses that because in the heyday he could do this and there was nothing wrong with it.
Yeah.
Back in the the 80s when these guys were on top, and then they kind of have this fall from grace where people still love them, but it's never going to be like that again.
Right. They're not 22 on the
right.
Sunset Strip anymore. Yeah.
But because of the way they party and the way they live their lives, it's hard to come to terms with that. And I think that's what pushes him to drinking all that booze. And like you go on this tour, you're beat up. You see all these people that still love you, but they don't look like they used to.
Right,
And
but
When you look out in the
but this is
crowd-
my point. He does. If you're Vince Neil, you go, oh my God, I'm fat and I can barely sing. Tommy Lee pretty much looks like Tommy Lee did 30 years ago. He's got a wife who's 25 years younger than he is. He's still rocking and rolling, doing what he wants to do. Everybody else looks older and fatter. Tommy Lee,
Right.
I mean, yes,
But
his face, he's clearly 59 years old. He's done some hard living. But the guy, this was a naked
But I'm saying is
D-pick, and he looks like he's a $120.
he can't find that balance though. And
Balance, schmalance.
Well, when you're going so far and drinking so much to the point where you are posting your D on social media and you are drinking as much, even if he was exaggerating, sounds like he was drinking way too much.
He
This
said,
is-
people
And he's
said
gotta-
he
yeah.
said 2 half gallons is what he said.
Okay.
This is how Alan goes down. You're gonna go up in a wave of flames when you
Wave of
get your
A
abs.
wave of flames.
Wave of them like this.
That's a good.
He's gonna get his abs, and then he's gonna start drinking a gallon of liquor a day. And then when you hit 59, and you're like, "F you, business, I'm out." D-pick, you're like Tommy Lee.
It's not gonna
He's
be a
just got
gallon
his
of liquor.
legs.
It's gonna be a gallon of Mountain Dew.
He's all hopped up and shaky.
That's right. Vibrating from the dew.
He's got that.
That dookie.
that West Virginia dew mouth. Where he's got no teeth left.
Alan, tell Mary to shut up. The happiest times of my life were filled with drugs and alcohol.
Okay,
Yeah, well,
it's fine.
Mary has a point. I mean, I get what you're saying here. I'm just saying, Tommy Lee is still living that life, boy. Okay, I will have, we'll do the Poundcake Sports break shortly. Before that, though, I will hand off another pair of tickets for you. The Smashing Pumpkins are going back out, taking Jane's Addiction with them, and they'll come to the Romo Fijo on October the 29th, so it's not that far off. You want to go to that show, we'll hook you up after the break. 35192 if you want to text, and we'll be back.
The Alan Cox Show.
On our free iHeartRadio app and your favorite smart device. Just tell it to play the Alan Cox Show on iHeartRadio.
Get ready to win your way into our 2022